win and you want to be a great team, you gotta call it out and you gotta tell it how it is.
Tell it like it is. Well, Marcellus, our resident Charger here. Do you have an issue with Joey Bosa calling out his teammates with the media?
I don't have an issue with this. Now, let me first preface this by saying I have bias in this, not just my Chargers love, not just my love and fascination for Bosa, who plays the position much better than me. And he played it probably 3 times better than me, but he got 6 times the amount of money, which is congratulations to your birth certificate. But seriously, why I have bias is because I've been this guy before. Not only the team anonymous snitch, as I've said before on record, that I used to be that source for the locker room. And I've also been Joey Bosa, put my name, put my number, and put my face to some of my criticism, especially when I was with the Chargers. I don't have a problem with this because we play a public-facing game. The world gets to see it. And guess what? In that public-facing performance, the world already knows what's happening. So for you to echo what the world already knows, I don't understand how somebody could be upset with that. I don't know how someone could be that thin-skinned. And if this hurts your feelings, brother, you're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong sport. This is football. I'm not pointing any fingers because I didn't even say any names. And when I did criticize, I also included myself as Joey Bosa in the criticism. He talked about his sack production. He talked about the fact that when he's hanging on for a sack, why don't I even strip the ball and create a turnover? You got to look at this Charger team. One of the only 2 teams, and the other team is the Washington football team, to allow at least 8 40-yard completions this season. You know what's bad about that? Because there have been moments within those completions or incompletions, they could have taken the ball away. They've been in so many close games this year, this Chargers team. And for them to be that close, a turnover here, a turnover there, makes all the difference. Joey Bosa knows that. He just want to make sure that his entire team knows.
Nah, Sal, I disagree with you on this take. Number one, when you point one finger, 3. You got 3 of them pointing right back at you. That's my first thing, Joey Bosa. But here's my second thing, Sel. If you don't put an address on an envelope, what happened to it?
It gets lost in the mail.
Get lost in the mail. It might get returned to sender, but it's not going to the destination. Joey Bosa, put an address on it. Who you talking to, bro? Marcellus, what I can't stand in 2020, it's really the 2010s. People get on social media and they do what's called subtweeting. For those of y'all that aren't on Twitter, you get on social media, I just can't stand him. I just can't stand him. He was late last night, always blowing me up. If I don't call you back, I don't want to talk to you. Who you talking to? Put an address on it.
They know.
Text them.
They know.
They know if they hear.
They know,
They know if they find out.
They know, though.
But they might not find out. That's my problem.
I don't know.
Like Joey Bosa, your teammates in the locker room, they're not watching your interview. They might watch this show. Hopefully, y'all tune in. But they not watching the interviews. So whoever you got a problem with, Joey Bosa, tell them, don't sit there and go buy the envelope, buy a stamp, lick the joint, put whatever you got, put your diss track in it, but then don't address it. I hate that is my problem. So call them or whatever. I hate that. Put an address on it, please.
But the thing about it is, why you don't put an address on it? See, I was an address putter. Matter of fact, I would put the address there at the bottom and at the top.
Facts.
I'm like, it's going to you.
Yes.
Trust
don't
me.
even return it to me. If y'all get locked, return it back to where it was going in the first place.
And I got in hot water doing that. And let's just say that they looked at me differently after that. Even though it's amazing, you get built up to be Joey Bosa in this moment because of the conversation in the locker room. Think about it, the leadership role in the locker room. I remember the times where I said, okay, I'll say it. People were pressuring me. Marcel, say this, do this. And I was like, why? They was like, 1, nothing can happen to you right now. But 2, that's what everyone is feeling. So your first call is not to the media. Your first call is not sitting there post-practice, let me call on my teammates. It's really a rallying call from your teammates who are all having this conversation. Hey, why he keep dropping the ball? Hey, man, why don't you come up with that? And you hear all the bickering, so you finally want to express the echo that's happening in your locker room. But let's take it to someone else who's been in the locker room. Got to bring it to our guy, Fox NFL analyst LeVar Arrington. LeVar, do you have an issue with Joey Bosa, linebacker, defensive end, using the media to call out his teammates?
No, not in this instance. I don't have an issue with it. When I look at this situation, there is obviously established hierarchies that take place in locker rooms, right? There are certain guys on the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, that can speak to what they feel is going on and address the state of the team. Now, you have generally every once in a while, you have a guy like in our locker room, it was Daryl Green. He could address both sides of the ball. No one would have anything to say. It's just that's the law of what it is that D Green is speaking as it applies to our team. So Joey Bosa has earned that hierarchy position. His resume speaks for it. His level of accountability speaks to it. And he's, like you said, Marcellus, he's only calling out the obvious by saying that in these close games, if we can get some more interceptions, and by jokingly saying, all right, listen, I'm not asking you to moonwalk. I'm not asking you to catch it between your legs with one hand. I'm just saying catch the ball and let's get this turnover and let's get these W's. It's more of him letting the fan base know that they see the importance of it. They understand the importance of it, and they're not taking it lightly. And that's how they're moving at this point.
Here's the problem, though, L.A., and you all are both married, so I have to – that's the issue with me. I'm the resident single person up here, so I always got to talk in y'all's terms. I would imagine, L.A., you get in an argument with your wife, Sal, you get in an argument with your wife, sure. You come up, Acho, man, she did this, she did that. L.A., you come to me, Acho, bro, she did this, she did – why are you telling me? Go talk to her. Y'all the ones that got the problem. Why are you telling me? I can't do nothing about it.
That's why I'm telling you.
We're addressing the state of the situation, and we're letting you know that you need to be better than us in that situation. Just don't get married at all. Just make sure that you stay in the situation that you're in so that you can come and go as you please. That's why we're telling you. So we're letting you know, don't panic about what my situation is.
LeVar,
just learn from it.
You had a response.
Did I say that on national television?
You had a response to that.
Was that on national television?
Which was amazing. I thought there were no ways out of that. And you came with that one, which is amazing. I wanted to stick
I hope you was listening, Nacho.
Yeah.
I hope you was listening.
Let me stay on the tracks. Let me stay on these railroad tracks with this. And the reason why he says this, a couple of reasons. One, for the collective better of the group. Let's be real. The Chargers, 7 defeats 2020. 5 decided by 5 points or less. Last 3 losses, 15 points. Be real. That's a play or two away from going from losing to winning. So that's where I think he comes from in terms of the selflessness. Now let's talk about the selfishness. Now, I told you, Joey Bosa is probably 3 times better than me, at least, but he's getting paid 6 times as much as me, at least, because of his prowess, how great he
Bye.